snore. And we're off to the menagerie. Before that, let me just put down the scroll we found. Okay, so eternally imprisoned to depths beyond measure. And now it's time to enter the menagerie. Wait, did I just enter the catacombs? Yes, I did. There we go, the menagerie. The menagerie. So this one is a variation of light bally shooty thingy face we saw before. What the button does is open the gate and fire a light ball. So what we gotta do, since the light ball closes, is intercept it. Just like you're playing some kind of ball sport. Except golf, I guess. There's not many interceptions in golf. Unless you're catching the ball with your face. Which I would not recommend. Trust me, I've tried it. Now in here we have a zoo. Or menagerie, I guess you could call it. Now one of these cells, the one without a torch, actually holds a secret. And the other button opens the cell so you can go out. And the goal here is to lure those eternally respawning, thank God, skeletons onto the pressure plates inside a cell. And the best way to do that, I'll show you in a bit. One is to just open them and hope some poor schmuck stumbles into the cage. But the surefire way is what I'm gonna show you in a bit. These boots are gonna replace the mittens. Or, not mittens, boots. Nomad boots. I confused them with the nomad mittens. They don't look comfortable on your hands, so I wouldn't call those mittens. Unless you have very weird hands. Now, where are those skeletons? I guess... oh, there's one. So what we do here is taunt the skeleton. On guard. Fight me, you sissy coward. Or I should taunt you a second time. We wait in the cage with the door open, and then we step out of it. And it follows. Like that. And now if we could only get a second skeleton, or third I guess, in theory. Also, while we're waiting, there's a note in here, I think. Let me just locate that. There we go. This note is kind of interesting. This note shows you a location I talked about on level 3. As you can see... oh, wrong button. Just finish this up. Would you come here? Thank you. And that opens the door. Now, the note here is a treasure map. And God, is it a good one. Now, I'm not gonna place this last scroll because that would just be suicide. More on that later. Scroll there. Also, let me just look here. Yeah, my secrets found 24 out of 71. That should be my goal for this episode. what we want to do is head down, or up, if you prefer, to level 3. Now let's save. I'm actually gonna do a manual save now. There we go. And once you're on level 3, you want to head back this way. First off, I forgot to pick up a box here, so let me just do that. Just hug the left wall. Now, about the treasure map. What it shows you is actually not very obvious when you don't have your way mapped, or the level mapped. And since I don't have auto map here, I won't be able to show you. Or I could edit in a map, we'll see if I'll do that. But now what we find here is a wooden box with an interesting scroll. Getting very close to the formula. Mixing a powdered grim cap with a witch flower almost works. I think I'm missing one more ingredient. Now that ingredient we don't have yet, sadly. Also, why is he filled up? What? You know, I should probably clean up my inventory. Yeah, I guess I'll do it off screen, so you don't have to watch it. If I throw out anything significant, or rather if I save anything significant, I'll tell you about it. Now, one thing I could do was to... No, actually I'm gonna hold on to those for a bit longer. Now, before my torch burns out, this here, if you look on the map, 4x4 room, corridor here, down, to the left, here to the right, turning down around, yep, this is the place. This was actually the location of another secret. So this is a secret hidden within a secret. Bow. Yes, Inception. Let's just eat this burrow rat skank. Yes, you heard me right. I'm eating out skanks. I mean eating skanks. Yeah. Anyway, we're back to Mr. Universe here. Isn't he beautiful? With the very descriptive message of feed me. He's kind of rude actually. So what do we feed him? Torch? Nope. Food? Nope. Other food? Nope. Nothing we have yet. Don't worry, we'll get it soon. We'll get it in this room. New enemy, slimes, and source of a new condition as well, called diseased. The luck smiles upon me, because I just got diseased. You feel very weak, no health regen. Now this condition lasts for a very long time, and this location is very annoying to fight in, because as you can see there's a lot of I guess fences that the slimes can shoot through, and they can of course also do damage to you through the fence and apply the disease condition. Of course you can't attack through the fence. So they're kind of annoying. What a lot of people do here, which I'm probably gonna use, we'll see how it goes. Close the gate and rest up. Now disease is, like any condition, something that fades over time. Well, I say any condition except starvation, overburdening, and death. Yes, you heard me right, death doesn't get cured by waiting. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Now here, also this meat mold jerky is less weight intensive than snail meat. So we'll feed the snail meat. And yeah, this spacing is not fun. So this scroll, poison bolt, I'm probably not gonna use it, and I'm not gonna forget it. Invisibility is probably a spell I could forget, but I'm actually also gonna throw it out and then cheat and look on forums if really needed. So that should take care of that. Also, don't we have any more sacks we could... Yeah, that's nice. I don't know why I have a shock scroll in there. Now this one we're gonna fill with all kinds of throwing weapons. Because this guy isn't close to being overburdened, but he doesn't have a lot of space. So, as I was saying, to kill the slimes, your best bet is to not have an overburdened axe fighter first off, and secondly, to lure them out one by one. And avoid getting hit like that, because they do a lot of damage, as you probably noticed. And also don't get double teamed by them. It's a very bad idea. And don't try to shoot fireballs through the fence, it doesn't work. You can trust me. As you can see. No worky, and if you're standing too close to that fence, then you're gonna take damage. Also, I'm pretty sure they're immune to any poison damage, so no point in using the venom edge either. Oh, I found some stairs. And gonna take another rest while I stop the recording. Okay, so we're done resting and the disease is gone. Sometimes the remedy is worse than the disease. It's a quote from Watership Down and also Lost. And also my mage died. You get to see me backtrack. Aren't you excited? Actually, since he's a bit ahead in XP, I'm just gonna let him be dead for... No, okay, I'm not. There's two slimes bunched together. This is not fun. So we're backtracking. And while we backtrack, let me tell you about save scumming. How appropriate. Yeah, if you save scum, I don't know if you know the term, but it's the idea of making frequent saves and then loading the saves when anything goes wrong. And in that way, sort of cheating the system. So if I were a save scummer there, as I actually were on my hard playthrough, I would have just reloaded the save instead of bothering to go back and heal at the crystal. But I'm not a dirty cheat, as I said before. In another time, in another episode. And back to the dungeon. Now, the best strategy here is to try to separate the slimes and get them in a position so you're not putting the fences between you and the slimes. Such as here is a good spot. At least for this placement of slimes. Results may vary by the differing slime locations. Also, keep an eye on your back. Don't don't get ambushed like when my mage died. Try to move quick, and you should succeed eventually. Now we find a treasure, the golden deity figurine, and we find a slime bill, a new kind of component, which is used to make, let me see, no, I'm not gonna show you yet because I don't have any empty flasks, sorry. Just gonna feed people. Yeah. So, if we can get these separated a bit, that would be wonderful. Most wonderful indeed. But I might as well tell you, slime bill is probably the second or third rarest component. There's one called milk something, milkreed I think. That's more rare, and the blood drop blossom we saw earlier used for healing potions, I'm just gonna rest while I say this, is also used for some other recipes and is rather rare. So generally I'd say you should try being sparing with energy potions, because the other things you can make from the blood drop is way better if you ask me. And if I'm not mistaken, the quantities you get them in, you can maybe make 5 or so, maybe 8 energy potions before you don't have enough blood drop blossom for the other items I'm talking about. And our mage leveled up. Now if we can only get these in a private location. Don't worry, I'm not gonna do anything disgusting to them, though they are kind of disgusting in and of themselves. But I am gonna kill them with fire, and axes, and maces, and daggers, and more fire. It's looking at me funny, I can tell. I once had a pet slime. Don't like the way it's looking at me now. Yeah, that's another way to get rid of your mage. Either get ambushed or be stupid. If you don't realize what happened, I fired a fire burst into the fence and that killed my mage, because that does party damage, party-wide damage. So here we have another slime bill and a secret brick, or loose brick, of Brick McBrickerson, and it conceals a green gem, which is what we need to feed to this mysterious head. Mysterious beauty. And we get some poison bombs, a crossbow, and some ammo for the crossbow. Again, I'm not really using missile weapons, but I'm a hoarder, and OCD and HDAD, and did we agree on anything more? Oh, I think that covers it. So yeah, don't follow my example, you can throw out a lot of the stuff I'm keeping. Although, do not throw out the bone amulet. Also try to keep around some torches and some rocks at all times. And of course other obviously unique items like the mortar and pestle. You also of course want to hold on to your skulls. Your compass, only really need it when you play on old school mode like me. All your flasks are useful. All your key items, obviously. But no reason to hold on to armor you're not using or anything. I mean, some of the armors are used for Steam achievements for completing armor sets, but that's not something. Again, I don't have this on Steam, so it's not something I'm worried about. But for now, let's head back down because there's still more to do on level 4. And also about that promise not to record for too long. Yep, I'm getting close to an hour. How time flies when you're enjoying yourself. Now back in this room. First up, take these levels up. I'm gonna put this into X's, obviously. For my mage, I'm just gonna get some more fire magic, and lastly, I'm gonna show off Fire Shield, the final spell in the fire tree. Now this gives a lot of fire resist to your whole party, as you can see. Each tree has it as either the last or the second to last. I think air magic. Wait, I actually have the no, I threw it out. But invisibility is at 19, so yeah, air shield is the final air spell. And same goes for all the others. Earth magic has poison shield. Ice magic has cold shield, I guess it's called. So, to recap on this puzzle, because we got sidetracked slightly. 4 pieces of text here, 4 scrolls with a small half sentence. What we have is Kevin still echoing by his call, crimes forgotten but not forgiven, eternally imprisoned to depths beyond measure, and finally put to sleep but still dreaming. Now what happens when we place this here is ambush. Now I would suggest getting to a place where you can't be surrounded, because you're gonna be surrounded. These fellas have killed me many times on hard. I think this was the first place actually I took to using health potions on hard. And I might use an energy potion here for my mage. As you can see, I'm even using health potions here, but that's just for convenience sake. I mean, I could just as well retreat and rest up. Retreat to the previous floor. But I'm not gonna do that, it just adds to the time of the playtime of the episode. So I'm gonna kill these, and then shortly we can hopefully end this. Again, this is probably gonna be 2 episodes, even though I tried to avoid that. But yeah, as I said, I'm already pushing close to 1 hour. But hey, you're getting content. You should not complain. It's only me who's complaining for having to render for what? 1 hour of footage approximately takes 5 hours to render. And in addition to that, of course, I have to do some limited editing, depending on how bad the episode is. From a editor viewpoint. So yeah, there's that. Also, the more I fail, the more I have to edit. So let me try to focus here. And not do alchemy while I try to kill these guys. I actually think this is the last group as well. And we get an earthquake, how appropriate. Oh, not the last group. Can we make a fireball? No, we can't, out of energy. We're just gonna have to make do with good old fire burst. Also, my front line is nearly dead, but that doesn't matter. So, this is pretty much the end of this floor. I'm just gonna proceed down to the next floor and recap a few things. So, this floor, the archives, is pretty much my favorite floor amongst at least the early game. As you can see, it has a lot of puzzles, a lot of nice items and secrets. It's overall quite good. And yeah, I mean the slime dungeon, that's nice for a good challenge. And speaking of secrets, actually, let me just replace the hand axe. If we look here at statistics, I'm just gonna show you. So far, our tally is 25 secrets found. That should be all up to this point. So if you've been following, you should be at this point too if you're playing along at home. And of course 2 treasures, the chalice and the golden deity statue, 3 term nodes, 2 skulls and 4 iron doors. All these other stats are just for fluff. And we have this Tome of Infinite Wisdom and Tome of Health I haven't decided what to do with yet. Lastly, we can get improved backstabbing. And soon, quick strike. This guy can pick up some more health. Now, this is a safe crystal before heading down until level 4. Just gonna pick up these items, a scroll of frostbolt. Just gonna show you the recipe, not gonna bother too much with it. Some frost bombs. And also, just before I close this recording, fireball, I don't know if I pointed it out, but fire, air and physical. That's a recipe. Or combination, I guess you should call it. Feed the rogue. Yep, everything looks fine. Save. And that's that. So, this is the end of another double feature episode featuring all of level 4. And next time we'll be exploring the hallways of level 5. And no, that's not just me saying the hallways, that's the actual name of the level. See ya!